Welcome, friends. I am Deacon Christine, and this is Entering In, a time of preparing for online worship at Kenilworth Union Church. This Sunday is the second Sunday in Lent, the season of getting ready for the great mystery of Easter. And last week, I invited you to create a special place in your home to place objects each week that remind you of the stories and life of Jesus. And so a good place to begin is with a purple cloth because purple is the color of Lent. And each week we will add something that reminds us of the story that we have heard about Jesus. Now, this could be a Bible passage that you have read on your own. It could be the Bible story that we learn about in our Zoom family chapel, or it could be the Bible passage that we hear in online worship with Dr. Evertsberg. So I would like to help you find the verse that we are going to read about today in online worship, and you are going to hear Dr. Evertsberg preach on this passage. It is in the book of John. Now, you may remember that the Bible isn't just one book. It is 66 books. And one of those is named John. And John is in the New Testament part of the Bible, the part about Jesus's life and the early church. And John is the good news or the gospel of Jesus Christ. And so we are going to look for the book of John. It's almost all the way in the back here. And then we are going to look for the big number 1 for the chapter. So here is our big number 1. And then we're going to keep looking through all the words until we find the number 43. 43 is a big number. 43. So we are going to hear John chapter 1, 43. That's the beginning of what we'll hear today. And this is a story about Jesus's followers. One of them was named Nathanael. And you will hear that Nathanael has a lot of questions about who Jesus is. I wonder what things remind you of who Jesus is. When we think about Jesus, people often think of a cross. But people also think of love. So maybe a symbol like a heart reminds us of who Jesus is. We often think about Jesus as the Good Shepherd. We think of Jesus as the host of a communion table. And we remember that Jesus was born a little tiny baby. This week, I invite you to place something on your purple cloth that reminds you of who Jesus is. Find something special that reminds you of who Jesus is and place it on your special cloth. And now let's take a few deep breaths and remember who Jesus is and what Jesus does for us as we get ready for worship today. I wonder how knowing who Jesus is helps us to know who we are too. Come, let us worship God.